Good morning, everybody. Happy Taco Tuesday to everybody. How was your Monday, huh? And more importantly, happy St. Patrick's Day. Yeah.
Good morning, y'all. How y'all doing?
He's got his blue shirt on, but as you can see, there's green in it because he doesn't really have a green shirt. But that's okay. That still works. By the way, we're obviously celebrating this a little early with you guys, but that's okay because we do this for St. Patrick's Day.
You know, we all keep our green on. You know, green everywhere. We love the color green because we got money.
Say good morning, Kaden. Hey, say good morning. What up, though? Get it. Don't drop it. You're gonna drop it. He's gonna drop it. He's gonna. Told you. You did it. Now that man has now been fed and nice and full, I have to figure out what I'm eating. And I'm feeling like some Hungry Howies because I haven't had it in a while and I don't want to cook. I'm sorry. I'm like being lazy. Just being honest. So anyways, you want to order some Hungry Howies?
Yeah, Hungry Howies. That sounds good.
I'm not doing pizza though because I can't do the cheese. Like I love cheese, but I can't have it. He's gonna talk me into getting pizza. He's saying that now, but watch. It's here, Hungry Howies is here. And I told you he was gonna make me get a pizza. But it was $5 for a medium. Like, what? So, but I got sausage, and I really shouldn't have it, but I'm gonna be a soldier about it. I'm gonna eat it, and I'm not gonna get sick because I'm calling it into existence. Yeah, and I'm gonna enjoy it. And while we're eating, we're gonna be watching The View, which I've kind of gotten into. I kind of like this. They're pulling off their makeup. Oh, geez. There it is. Oh, boy. But that's what we're watching while we get ready to enjoy our food. So I have some boneless chicken tenders with their famous crazy bread. And this is Dijon mustard. Or honey mustard. And then I have the sausage pizza that I told you I wasn't going to get. And then he has his own wings. The buffalo, I believe, with the same crazy bread. This is the aftermath. I'm full. Oh yeah, and we have the green sour apple blow pops because you know what? It's St. Patty's Day. Trying to rock this young man to sleep. I guess he wanted to be held on to. I'm rubbing his hand, of course. My love bug. So for St. Patrick's Day, I'm going to be making some St. Patty's Day pops. They're going to be cake pops. First things first, you're going to do is dump in the flour mixture, or the cake mixture, sorry, into the bowl. And this is going to be easy because you're just going to make it as is on the box. So the first thing to do is make the cake as the box instructs you to do. Now lastly, what you want to add is your food coloring, and you're going to add about 15 to 20 drops because you want to make it as green as possible, because remember, this is a white cake, and we're going to do the same thing with the pink frosting. We're going to make it green by adding a couple drops of the food coloring into it, and you keep adding the green until you get it as dark green as you like it. You just stir it all up. Stir it up, little darling, stir it up. Okay, now that everything is well incorporated, and I do have it to a little bit of a darker green that I kind of want, I'm going to go ahead and pour it into my pan. So now that everything is inside, or the batter is inside of the pan, you go ahead and put it into the oven, which has already been preheated, and you let it stay in there for 20 to 25 minutes if it's in that size of a pan. And this is how the cake will look once it comes out. It has a little bit of brown marks on it, which is totally fine. It looks like an alien cake. And these marks are where I tested to make sure the cake was finished all the way through. And so, since we're going to crumble it up, those little holes don't matter. Now that the cake is cooled a bit, it's still warm, but it's cold enough that I can handle it. We're going to cut the cake into 4 parts. And this is simply so you can handle each section and crumble it up to make the cake pops. So it's still very warm, but it's just warm enough that I can handle it. But you're going to crumple it together and try and get the little pieces to get in the middle. Now I noticed that it browned a little faster on the bottom, probably because of the pan I was using, so I'm not going to keep the bottom piece of the cake. Just get most of the inside for me. For you, definitely keep it if it's not as brown. See how brown it is? I don't want that in my cake, so I'm just gonna, or my cake pops, I'm just gonna take all the rest of the cake around it to make the cake pops. Now as you can see, I've gotten all of the cake filler in the top piece, with minus the bottom rounded part that we were talking about. And I've crumbled it all up. Any big chunks like this you see, break them up. You want it nice and crumbled up, and you'll see why in just a second. So at this step, you add about 3 tablespoons of your icing or frosting. I'm sorry. I have pink frosting, therefore I got to use my green food coloring again to make it green, because otherwise it's going to change the color of the green cake. We don't want to do that. And we're also going to use the rest of this later to coat the cakes, and I'll show you how to dye that and melt that down in just a moment. I put my food coloring on the pink frosting to keep the green going, and what you're going to do is just incorporate the frosting and keep everything nice and blended. So this is what it looks like once everything is well incorporated. As you can see, the pink blended with the dye and the cake, so it's not so much pink going on, more green than anything, which is perfect, exactly what you want. Now what you're going to do is take little sections of it, and you're just going to roll it into a ball. Make sure you squeeze it so you get the extra bubbles out and moisture. But then you roll it into a ball like so, and then you're going to set it aside, and that is your cake ball, just like that. When you finish rolling your balls up, you should have something like this. I made mine a little bigger so that I didn't have so many of them. But that was done on purpose. And what you're going to do is just find a spot in here to put it up, because I don't have a space, but I want to make some room for it. And you just sit it in here, refrigerator, for about 15 to 20 minutes. Lastly, I'm going to prepare the last bit of my frosting to look green, to use them to dip the balls in. Now normally people use candy melts, green and white candy melts. I don't have any, and I know that you can use icing. And so I'm just putting a couple drops of green to make it green, and watch how this lovely thing turns into from pink to green. So this is going to be the finished product green that I came up with. If you run out of green food coloring like I did, just mix the yellow and blue food coloring, and you'll be able to continue making your green or your pink into your green, unless you already have green frosting, and then you're all set. So now you just put your frosting into the microwave for about 30-second intervals, and you do check on it. Typically it won't take more than a minute, because if you're not careful, you'll burn the frosting or the icing. So please be careful with this, guys, and take your time to get it the right consistency to dip your balls into them. So once you've warmed it up, it should be about this consistency. And so it's just about a little thicker than water, basically. Now that I've taken my balls out of the refrigerator and they've nice and firm, they've set, I can go ahead and start dipping them and decorating them, and then you put them back in the refrigerator to set, and then in about 30 minutes to an hour they are ready to eat. So let's get to decorating. So guys, this is the finished product. I kind of did like some plain ones, and then some, you know, with frosting dripping over them, some covered in frosting, and then some covered in frosting and sprinkles or sugar crystals, and then some that's got like a little bit of red gel on them. I did them all different to try different ones. And the one I tried is gotten just the frosting around it. And I'm personally really upset that it broke. But that's because I was transferring it from one plate to the other. But I know it's going to be delicious. So let's give it a try. That's so good. You want to try some? Oh, it's so freaking good. Here. I like it. Little cake ball.
I like it.
Very on the sweet side. So if you guys have an issue with sweets, be careful. Beware. It's very sweet, but
Drinking some water.
very good. Very good.
That's just sweet, boy. You're going to need something to drink it down with.
Oh yeah. Now before I leave my kitchen, I want to give you one more quick St. Patty's Day trick. If you want to turn your favorite beer into a St. Patty's Day affair, it's just this simple. Get you some yellow food dye and red food dye. I'm sorry, yellow and blue. I'm sorry, yellow and blue food dye. And you mix it in with your favorite beer, and it becomes green. And it's that simple. Literally 2 steps. Please do keep in mind that it works best with lighter beer. So if you have like a darker beer, it probably won't work as well. But if you have a lighter beer, you surely can see that green in there, and it will be awesome and very festive for St. Patrick's Day. Guess who's back up? Hey. Hey. Oh, there you go. On the run. Hey. Hey, what up? What's up, Mia? How was your nap? How was your nap, Buddha? Tell the people, hey. Say, hey, people.
Hey, people.
You looking so crazy. Look who's sleeping. I'm gonna put some covers on him. Now that's better. I'm sure he's gonna sleep the rest of the night now because it is uber late. Man, oh man, guys, it's been a pretty good St. Patrick's Day for me anyway. Even though we're celebrating early and tomorrow is our actual St. Patrick's Day, I'm like totally okay with the fact that we're doing it early. Like, it doesn't bother me. I love celebrating holidays with you guys. And those pops, so good. And I'm so happy I went ahead and did them, and it was crazy that I could just mix up some food dye and take everything from Valentine's pink to St. Patty's Day green. So that was pretty cool too. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. And as I always say, it's not just me and him anymore, but it's us with the plus on St. Patty's Day.